Welcome, my dear students. I will teach you science. Your first lesson in, in this class 8, the crop production and management. The first lesson is the crop production and management, which is directly linked with our surroundings, which we see in our day-to-day life. Here we are living in Sarenja, which is the main profession of this locality. Peoples of this locality is agriculture. We have the inherited knowledge about agriculture practices, crop productions, and their management, which we see in our houses or in our surroundings. First of all, the question arises, what is agriculture? What is agriculture? Then the question arises, why agriculture is needed? And then what are the different practices we adopt to produce crops or different variety of crops? First of all, the question arises, what is agriculture? The large scale production or cultivation of plants is called agriculture. The large scale production or cultivation of plants is called agriculture. That we knew this term, we know this term from the very beginning of our life, because our locality is predominantly based on agriculture. Then why agriculture is needed? The world population is growing, so to feed the growing population we need food, and we get food from these plants. So to cater the world large population, we need better agriculture practices, better production of crop to feed the growing population. So in order to provide food for a large population, regular production of crop and their proper management and distribution is necessary. Then the next question arises, what is crop? When we produce the plants of the same kind on a large scale or a large area, it is called crop. For example, as we have seen, we have cultivated paddy in our previous season. Then we have cultivated wheat, which has been cut in month of March. India is a vast country. Climate conditions like temperature, humidity and rainfall vary from region to region. Accordingly, there is a rich variety of crop grown in our country, despite the diversity and variation in growing agriculture practices, there is a two main cropping patterns devised in our country. That means on the basis of growing season, we have divided the crops in two groups. First one is Kharif crops and the second one is Rabi crops. Kharif crops are those crops which are grown in the rainy season, is called Kharif crops. These crops are sowing season of the Kharif crops are June and they are harvested in the month of September, October. The growing season of Kharif crop is June to September, October. Similarly, Rabi crops, these crops are grown in winter season. The Rabi crop season start in the month of October and end in the month of March or the beginning of April. These are called Rabi crops. Kharif crops are also having different types of plants. For example, paddy, maize, soybean, groundnut, cotton are accommodated in Kharif crops. Similarly, in Rabi crops, examples of Rabi crops are wheat, grams, pea, mustard and linseeds are the example of Rabi crops. Maize, it's come under the both season, Kharif as well as Rabi. Besides this, we have also having a large variety of pulses and vegetables which are grown in different seasons, in different localities. To produce these crops, we adopt certain agriculture practices. Cultivation of crop involves lots of activities which is being termed as agriculture practices. Good agriculture practices cultivate or have for better variety, better production of plants. Better production of plants. Good agriculture practices resulted in better production of plants. These agriculture practices, which are the following: first of all, preparation of soil; second, sowing of seeds; then adding of manure and fertilizers; after that, very important, irrigation; after irrigation, protection of these plants from weeds and pests. When these crops matured, Then the next practice is harvesting, and after harvesting there is a practice for they are cutting, isolating grains from the plants, and finally the storage, safe storage of the plant for further use. These are the agricultural practices we adopt. Right now, first of all, we will discuss about preparation of soil,